Vikings Banter. We're out here live at the historic Barney's Beanery.
We out here.
An undefeated team, top of the league. Even Stephen A. Smith is giving us a little
Did
bit
he?
of luck.
What did he say?
Yeah, top 2.
He ranked us the second best team in the NFL.
Did he? Who was first? Kansas City.
I believe so. Maybe
Yes.
it was the
Yeah.
Bills. I didn't see. I usually turn off Stephen
had
A.
to be
Smith
Kansas
I know
stuff.
he's a little.
But KC,
little loud.
yeah, even on PTI, they were asking, like, of the 5 remaining undefeated teams, the Bills, the Steelers, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, the Vikings, who was the best and who's, like, the most impressive. And I understood the argument. They said it's Kansas City because they've been ugly and they keep winning. Like, we're playing at – we look like the – like, if you take away the history
Yes.
and you were like, here's these teams – which team is the best team? Like someone that's never watched football before.
Yeah.
And you said, watch all the teams in the NFL. Who looks the best? You have to go with the Vikings.
Right.
We look like, I'm sorry. Maybe the Bills. Bills, Vikings. Those are the two that you're like, those are the best teams in the NFL, and they could meet in the Super Bowl.
And it comes down to also history of quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, if we had a quarterback that ever had success before, then they would immediately go,
Yeah.
this
Knowing
guy's real.
history, you kind of go, eh.
And if any of our Super Bowl losses were victories, they would be like, oh my gosh, this team
Oh,
is
it's a
back.
different,
Yeah.
This
totally
is like
different
a new
team.
era
Yeah.
of, but
Briefly on the Bills too. I mean, we sat here a month ago talking about this was potentially the end for the Bills and Josh Allen, and it just kind of reconfirms a little bit of the cancerous of Diggs.
That was the other thing.
Yeah.
We also, like, we kind of saw both sides to it because we knew what
Right.
Diggs does to a locker room and just the kind of guy he is. And, like, we got out of that quickly. It was really nice. Almost like the Steelers when they got rid of Antonio Brown. And everyone's like, what are you doing? This guy's such a great talent. You're like, there's more to it.
Yeah.
There's more to it.
Yeah.
So now they've done the same thing and they're flourishing. And Josh Allen took that not a shot at Diggs when he said, we just got a bunch of guys that don't care about stats and, just care about winning. It's like, obviously you're taking a shot at Diggs, dude, but
Yeah.
then
and
you had to
speaking
defend
of
it and
Diggs,
be like, no.
the whole switching jerseys with Jefferson at the end of the game, it pissed me off.
Really?
Get out of there.
They got nothing
Don't
to do with
talk
each other.
to him.
Yeah.
Like, say
Well-
hi. I get it that they seem like they're best friends.
They're 2 wide receiver ones he's not even a wide receiver one for his team anymore. Like,
But-
you want to trade with Nico Collins, that's fine.
Are you sure they're not friends?
No, they seem like they're definitely friends.
Okay, well,
They may be.
then that
All
makes
I'm
sense.
saying is, Diggs, get the fuck away from us. You
Yeah.
have these weird sex parties. Justin Jefferson, stop inviting him. I
Yeah.
get it. He's a young kid with the most money in the NFL. He's going to have a little bit of fun.
It's almost like Diggs hanging on to, like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
like,
okay.
I don't care.
like,
Justin
let me get a
Jefferson-
picture with you.
It's fun to have the friend that's crazy. I get why you'd want to be friends with Diggs. I'd be friends with Diggs.
Yeah.
I don't want Diggs to be friends with our best asset on our team.
Right.
I don't think they're friends. I think that was a Diggs being like they've probably spent time together at Pro Bowls or, been at similar events because they were two of JJ is still one of the highest, media guys in the league.
Yeah.
Diggs, I think, is now fading out of that, and he knows it, and it's kind of like, hey, let me grab that jersey before Nico walks over and gets
Yeah,
it.
Diggs is the Diddy
you're
of
not
the NFL. And it's
Oh
like,
my God.
get away from us.
Diggy.
Yeah, little Diggy.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He is. I don't
Stephon-
want to. He's got stories. I think
Stephon Diggy?
everyone who's passed him goes, this guy's wild. Even Justin Jefferson, when he's running away, he's like, you're a demon, bro.
He said
He was
that?
scared.
It's like that's an endearing term.
Sure.
But like
Yeah.
but also
Like
it's a real term.
hands. Yeah.
You're
like,
a demon. Like
keep
that
me
means like
from-
you're fun.
Everyone's
you're bad,
warned
you're
me.
dark energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You'll bring the
Interesting.
negative
So
out
anyways,
as well.
Diggs, get the fuck away from us.
Okay.
Little
Yeah, I
Diddy
mean, he's
Diggs.
not going to, that was his last time probably in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't think he, unless, I don't know what the schedule could be next year, but he was trying to, like, get himself, like, oh, I used to be the guy here. Like, no, you were never the guy here. You were the second
That's
guy
not
here.
true.
He was the guy.
He
Come
was a
on.
guy, but he was never the one over
No, he was
Thielen.
the
Stop
he
it.
was the
He
jersey.
wasn't.
Stop it.
He was
You
the
think
jersey.
he was the
He
one?
was the guy.
He was the one over Thielen?
Yes.
Only when Thielen got hurt.
100%.
Yes.
No chance. That's why he
Yes.
got pissed and left.
No.
We picked Thielen over
No,
him.
but we did, but at the same time, it was Diggs. That was Diggs'
Outside of
No chance.
Come on.
Diggs had the big play, which made him like the bigger name for
The
a minute,
guy.
But Thielen was the volume guy.
100. So this is the thing. Thielen, being from Minnesota, created a
That's-
whole different aura
right.
of respect and love.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I think that Andrew Thielen, if we took it as far as
Adam
we should have
Thielen.
gone, Adam Thielen. Yeah, Andrew Thielen. I was thinking, Andrew Zimmer. Never mind. But,
Andrew Zimmer.
Yeah, he's gone, right?
Shout out.
Shoot.
Well,
I think so, right?
Andrew Zimmer still has a production company in Minneapolis.
No, Zimmer's son though.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Mike
the
Zimmer.
food guy.
Oh, yeah, Zimmer. No, but anyways, what I was thinking about is the fact that I think that Thielen was a perfect spot at the perfect time for him, and it proved out that way. Because when you go to a hometown team, everyone's going to pump you up. You're going to get a bunch of love.
Right.
They're going to be excited about you. And he kind of grinded his way to the
Well,
top.
and not only that, but everyone in the league, Diggs is the flashy name. So initially, they were double teaming Diggs, which
I think
allowed for Adam Thielen to get open.
But I think Adam Thielen goes down as a better Vikings wide receiver in the long run.
Sure.
But during the era, he only had like 1 or 2 years where he was looked at as better.
Yeah. I agree.
The years that they were together.
We got some stats.
Yeah, the years they were together, Thielen was the guy. He got more catches, more yards, more touchdowns. Thielen was the guy, and that's what pissed off Diggs because Thielen got there first, had some
he also
chemistry
didn't like
with
Kirk.
Yeah, exactly. And Thielen and Kirk were best
Yeah.
friends. So the two of them clicked, and that was his guy. Diggs had more talent, but nobody worked harder than Thielen. Thielen was getting more yards, more catches. We paid him quicker, and then Diggs was like, "Fuck
Yeah,
you,
but we
I'm
didn't
the
have to
one."
pay
doing
him
now?
that much.
No, we didn't pay him that much.
Is
Yeah.
Thielen doing well?
I
No,
mean,
he's like 34.
yeah.
He had a good game last week, and then he got
did.
hurt.
But Thielen is the perfect guy of being like
He's a veteran guy.
but like an A2, like
Yeah.
like he makes you have two of the best wide receivers on the team, but he needs a second. He can't be.
No, you
He's
don't
not
want
the
him to
only
be
guy.
your
where Diggs
top
can
guy.
kind of play. I'm the only guy
Yeah.
on the field.
He's the smallest wide receiver one, but he's got that dog mentality, kind of like a Steve Smith. Like if Stephon had cared more about winning than his own ego, I think he could have gone down as like a Steve Smith type, where that's how your career plays out, where like you got the chip on your shoulder and you're gonna fucking take teams to wins, no matter how hurt you are, whatever. But that's just not
Like
the
if
way
he went to
NFL's
the
played
Kirk
anymore.
and Thielen sleepovers every Thursday night,
Yeah.
that they probably just like cuddled up and then
No, Diggs wanted to go
maybe
plow
barbecued a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
had some Jack Links and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would have been great, but no,
Yeah,
he was
a little
outside.
chilly action.
I think his nickname might have been Jack Links.
Shit. Diggs?
Yeah, he had that beef jerky.
Yeah,
Those beef jerky parties.
That's true.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if
beef
that's the
jerky.
sponsorship they were looking for, but
It's the sponsorship they're
that's what
getting.
they're gonna get.
So this is the thing. We're in this spot where, as a Vikings fan, it's fun to say we're the best team in the league. Now, once you get confirmation from Stephen A's and stuff like that, it does get a little scary.
Yeah, that's when I
Well,
hate it.
Let's
it
pulse
gets
check
odd.
this quick because we have, in order, typically,
Yeah,
you're super excited. I'm
I
eh,
fluctuate, yeah.
and you're a no. So what is the pulse?
I think we
currently?
flipped.
You flipped?
I think we have flipped.
You two have flipped.
Like,
No. I think
he's pumping the brakes.
I know I get scared because
Well, yeah,
one,
we've all been here.
I know that if this team stays on track and like continues to come together and continues to build chemistry
And does not have
and
more
stack-
injuries.
and s-
Well,
yeah, and
you got to
stack
take injuries
wins.
out of it.
Yeah.
That's always like
Yeah.
that's part of the game, but it's always like the teams that end up. You can't be missing your key players. You
Yeah.
can't lose to Pat Mahomes and win the Super Bowl type thing.
And it's easy to be the team that's not supposed to win. Once the target gets on your back, it really tests you. And we have the perfect formula for the underdog team. We don't have the perfect formula right now
right.
for the overdog.
The superstar team. Yeah.
we
right.
just still need to
have
grow into
be-
ourselves. We're
yeah,
still
I
young.
agree.
We
I
got
agree.
egos.
It's the misfit toys. It's the island of misfit toys. It's like all these guys that got shipped off from other teams. It's none of the,
We're
other than
playing
Justin
Toy Story
Jefferson.
here.
It's not the. I was actually thinking, what was that movie with not Jack Nicholson, Robin Williams? Was it Toys? Where he goes
Sure.
to that place, whatever.
He played
Other
with
than
toys, that's why
Justin
we-
Jefferson, like it's a bunch of guys that kind of left their squad. Sam Darnold was like displaced from a team, was becoming a career backup and like completely overlooked. Aaron Jones looks like he's at the end of his rope. He's retired. Send him to the glue factory. Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, like these guys are just like now they're like journeymen. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember those guys. Where'd they come from again? And you got to like figure out where these guys all came from, how they all ended up in Minnesota, which is still thought of as like, oh, they're a fun team. Every few years they have Justin Jefferson.
Right. It's how Justin McCarthy, right? Yeah.
JJ McCarthy.
JJ
McCarthy.
McCarthy. Sorry, can't think of any names.
Jonathan.
Yeah,
Just go with
Jonathan.
last names.
I'm fucked today. Anyways, but it's how he can send a tweet out and say that Sam Darnold's a good quarterback.
Uh-huh.
We have that type of team
Oh, everyone loves each
where
other.
it's just
Yeah.
like cushy.
Well,
nobody's competing for anybody. There's no drama yet.
who was that? Remember that interview we did on Tunnel Talk like 4 fucking years ago? And there's a Steelers player, and I cannot remember his name, but I asked him about when they won the Super Bowl. Like, when did you know? He was like, dude, I knew week 1 because the chemistry that we had. He was like, still to this day, like, I'm Uncle so-and-so to every single person on that team's kids, you know? Like, it's just that chemistry. Like, that's where Super Bowl teams are made. You know, everyone at the end of the day is a professional football player. You can always rise to the occasion. It's like the chemistry that you can't
I think if you interviewed all the losing teams as well, they would probably say a similar thing to
you think?
damn, week 1, like we had this. Like you watched, like, you know, obviously.
You think right now, if you interviewed the Eagles, they would be like, "Man, we've got the greatest chemistry."
Yeah,
I think all playoff.
I think they would say
that.
Like
all
if they
teams.
ended up winning, they'd be like, "We knew from the start. We had a chip on our shoulder. We were the fucking man. Like, we, you know, everybody counted us out." It's that mentality of like like, look, the Chiefs won 2 in a row, and what they do? Nobody said we could do it. It's like, bro, everyone said you could fucking do it, but that's what you got to tell yourself to get back there. You know, like these guys have to believe that. Otherwise, you're kind of going in, like, shooting yourself in the foot already. Like, you know, Ike, when we had him here, he was even like, yo, this is a special team, blah, blah, blah. And now we're looking at the Cowboys like, damn,
I know. Like,
dude.
do we talk about that?
And that defense with Zimmer leading, he's leading he took what was an exciting, explosive defense, and he kind of toned them back to traditional, and now they look like shit. And you're like, oh, God, look what, you know, the mindset of what Flores brings to a defense and what Zimmer brings is just, you see it playing out now.
Right. Because this is the once you hit week 4, I think you're right that more teams think they're going to win it all, but I think it gets cut back to like 15 teams believe, and 15 teams even have a chance after like week 4 already.
Yeah, this is a scary week because not only is it our first divisional game, but it's also still, and I've said this every week, like, this is the test, this is the test, this is the test.
And now we're the favorite.
Test.
Other than the Giants, who are absolute dog shit, this is the first game that, like, now everyone's like, okay, they started 3-0. They just took out the Niners and Texans back-to-back.
And
they're one of the only
right?
5, one of the only 5 teams in the league undefeated. We expect you to win now. Go dominate.
Right.
So now there's pressure on. Yeah, how do you show up now that you're the man?
Right.
You're the hot guy at the party.
Because this is now, because it happens week 1, everybody gets together. Now all the other fans that wouldn't come over for the game do. They go, oh yeah, I'll come check it out.
Are you guys getting texts? I'm already getting texts. Is Sam Darnold the fucking king of Minnesota? I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's 3 weeks in. Let's be realistic. But also, I want to get excited, so stop fucking texting me stupid shit like we're the best team in the world. Because now I want to stop with my negativity because, like I said last week going into the game.
Oh, you want to stop with your negativity?
I was hesitant going into last week because I'm like, look, there's excuses for the second game, really. The first game we should have won. We won, whatever. Second game was like, okay, they're missing some guys. It's still early, Super Bowl hangover, whatever the fuck. Now, there's no excuse. Like, you just curb stomped the Texans, who were 2-0 but undefeated. They have all the momentum. They look like playoff team last year, offensive
and would have done the
year.
same thing the week before if we didn't fumble at the goal line. We were so close to that same
to giving it up. Yeah.
No, to rolling.
Yeah.
You know
with
what I
the
mean?
Aaron Jones fumble.
Right.
Yeah. No, so last week was the one that I was like, let's see what happens here. And I even said on the show, look, if we blow them out, it's a completely different story. And it is. We blew them out. That was our largest margin of victory in 5 years. Think about that. That's wild. That's fucking crazy. Like, not the Bears, the Lions, the Packers. This isn't a team we know. This isn't a team that sucks. This is a very good team. And we just beat the crap out of them, embarrassed them.
CJ Stroud was so physically
couldn't do anything.
Upset.
He couldn't do anything. Diggs snapped, is yelling at the team like, what the fuck are you guys doing? 3 straight false starts to end the half. Like, they couldn't get set. They couldn't run their offense. They didn't know where the blitz was coming from. They were bewildered. They could not figure out what was happening. We outcoached them. We outplayed them. That was just a masterclass of football.
The amount of pressure that we're putting on the court. So, because for a CJ Stroud to get a ball knocked down at the line of scrimmage by like Harrison Phillips, you go, that's pretty odd because he's supposed to be on the bridge of becoming elite. can't get like a lineman can't be really knocking down your ball.
Yeah.
But I think that's the type of pressure we're putting on him, where they fall back into, I don't really know where that, he saw ghosts.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
They said it was so loud. You guys
Yeah.
said on
Yeah.
the broadcast, because I was
Yeah.
at the game. I was at the Dallas game, so I couldn't hear it. But they said, like, it is so fucking loud in here. It's like a playoff game.
Totally.
That atmosphere is scary, and that kind of message will ripple through the league, where other teams are now scared to
Like,
come
be
in
prepared to
and
go
like
to Minnesota.
everyone's watching
Yeah.
film on that defense. Other teams are probably watching film like, how do we replicate this? And then opposing offenses are like, shit, if we have to play Minnesota, we better start preparing now, because those looks are not what we're going to see with any other defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like right now we're number one in the NFL in sacks, just dead outright, first in sacks, second in interceptions. So it's both. The pressure creates opportunities for picks. We're number 3 in offensive points scored. We're number 2 in points allowed. We're only allowing 10 points per game. So if you're scoring 28 and allowing 10, like even if you've got some margin, some change coming in there, that's still like you're looking at a two touchdown victory every week. So right now, the way the team looks right now, obviously things can change, but this is, let's say that's the best we can look. Offensively, defensively, whatever, there's no reason that team can't go to and win a Super Bowl.
Right.
That's how good this defense is. That's how good the Cock scheme offensively is. Like, this is, it's not one of those teams that's going to dominate from beginning to end. There's going to be some waves in there where we just give up some touchdowns, or the offense doesn't click, or Darnold gets picked, or we're missing an offensive lineman. But when it comes time to playoffs, like, this is now the expectation. The expectation is playoffs. Once you're in the playoffs, nobody wants to see this team, because it's one of those defenses that can be compared to the look of, we're not there yet, but the look of 2001 Patriots, when Tom stepped in, when it wasn't about Tom yet. We didn't know who Tom Brady was, but it was about Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi, Mike Vrabel, these defensive guys who were versatile, and Flores learned from that exact scheme that Bill Belichick set up. It's that kind of archetype team now that we've built. The 01 Patriots with Tom, the 02 Buccaneers with Brad Johnson. Like, Sam Darnold is as good, if not better, than not Tom Brady, but even year one Tom Brady.
Scaring me.
No, but this is
But-
we have no gaps right now.
No.
That's what's scary.
Brad Johnson, Kyle Bowler with the Ravens. Like, it's a defensive team that can run and then just has a good enough quarterback. That's the kind of team we have.
Like, can you name all of our cornerbacks?
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
As a Minnesota fan,
Yeah.
you can usually just go like
Boom,
Xavier,
and
boom,
know
boom, boom,
exactly their numbers too.
Because you're
Feel
like,
boom,
dude,
boom.
it's like they're calling their name all the time. You're seeing them get burned. We knew, like, oh my gosh, Cheryl's is going in back in the day. That's a huge gap. Even though
Well,
he
now
was
we
great
got
on
3
punt return.
safeties out there. We got Harrison Smith, we got Metellus, we got Cam Bynum. Like, these guys are all over the place. And then you got Stephon Gilmore, you got Byron Murphy. Like, the backfield is nuts. Then that middle with Cashman, Van Ginkel. Pace was missing this game. And we still had guys missing. Then Grenard finally stepped up. He looked insane. 3 sacks against his former team. He's now tied for 3rd in the league with Pat Jones, who's also ours. So we have 2 guys tied for 3rd place in the NFL in sacks. It's just coming
And I'm
from
still
you in
figuring out
every
everybody's
direction.
name. That's what's crazy. You're like, because
You forget we have these guys.
yes,
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
you're like, oh, the guy with the dash hill,
And we're missing
He's a dude.
We're missing Dallas Turner.
Yeah.
Also, like our top rookie, the best rookie in the class in the draft. There's so many guys. I love it.
We've never seen a happy
He's
Luke.
he looks relieved.
Like, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes.
But now the pressure's on us, so now I'm going to
Right.
be
Yeah.
more stressed out.
No, it was crazy because I think it was what? How do you say the Hill guy's name?
Which Hill?
Grenier Hill or something like that.
Jonathan Grenard?
No, there's Grenard, and then there's the guy with the dash hill.
The guy who filled in for Ivan Pace. Yeah, like Grenier Hill,
So,
something.
right.
Yeah.
So he
I
had
honestly
a
do-
sack
yeah.
though, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, Grenard is sick. And then it was this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit.
Grenard
we
had
have 2
3, so you just see them.
Exactly.
You're like, it must be Grenard
But
again.
that's crazy to see
Yeah.
a guy kind of move similarly, and he kind of has the same physique, and you go, holy shit. We have another
he's a
guy. I
linebacker.
don't even know his name yet.
Yeah. No, these guys are all coming up. I mean, but that's the mentality of a Flores scheme is like, it's almost like Moneyball, that the Oakland A's movie, where you're like, just find guys who do one thing very well. You don't need the complete package, but if you can fucking blitz or you can bull rush, if you've got a speed outside move, I'll find a way to get you on an island that you can go show that off.
So the
and that's
Vikings
what they're
are
doing.
the Moneyball team of the NFL.
They looking like
Absolutely.
I love it.
We didn't want to pay Danielle Hunter, and instead, with that money, we took Grenard, we took Cashman, we took Van Ginkel. And those three are fucking out of this world stepping up
And
right
you have,
now.
and again,
we
like
have an undrafted middle linebacker.
Yeah, we had like a Lewis Cine who actually looked good in preseason. We cut him the next day.
Yeah.
No,
and you're like, whoa, they could have given him a chance, actually.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, we're good.
Yeah.
So wait, for going into Sunday, what's the status on Jordan Love? Is this the game he's coming back, or
They would be stupid to rush him back. They won a
Right.
game without him. They don't need to rush him in. I hope he doesn't play because that'll make it much easier for us to win. He's seen the defense last year. He knows kind of what to expect. He moves it's not that he moves better than Malik Willis because Malik Willis is very mobile, but Malik Willis just can't throw, so it's a very single-faceted offense with Malik Willis. I don't think they'll play him. I think they're kind of teasing, like, prepare for him,
maybe.
like, get in your head a little.
Yeah.
But if they rush him back and he gets hurt again, that's going to be very bad for them. So I think he'll still
And with
sit
our
out.
team, you shouldn't even do it.
go up against?
No,
him?
Yeah, you're
because
gonna-
you're going to
you're
need to
putting a
be
guy in
mobile
danger.
because you're going to get
Right.
fucking hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to hit you.
Is there nothing sweeter too than when you absolutely destroy when the Vikings destroy the Packers? Like
Nothing's
there's
better. In Lambeau, nothing is better.
Nothing.
The Favre win in Lambeau when we absolutely throttled them
Ugh.
was my favorite game as a
I just
Vikings
got
fan.
chills.
It was the best day ever. Just destroyed them.
Mm-hmm.
Favre got revenge. We got revenge. It was so enjoyable. That would be fun to have Aaron Jones go back.
Yeah.
He did his "I'll love you guys forever" type thing, but he wants to go in there and do a Lambeau lead.
And he did well. Justin Jefferson did for him that like I don't know her type
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
So that was
And
fun.
he just continues to pop. He's gonna
Aaron Jones?
Yeah,
He's the
gonna
big
have
play guy.
many more long
Yeah.
runs and hopefully long touchdowns.
Look, Ty is there
Wait,
to
what
give
did you
him.
say is his new what he's calling at US Bank the Lambeau Leap?
I didn't see it. It must have been John.
Oh, was that John?
Shoot,
Someone
good
was
call.
telling me about it. He's like calling it like
I saw. I
the
read.
bank
Yeah, I like
something.
overlooked it.
I don't know. It was great.
The
Fuck,
bank
who was
Bob.
telling me that? No, it was like the checking account. Credit. I don't fucking know. So something
It
like
sounds
that.
very stupid.
I'll look it
whatever
up.
is.
You guys continue to
But
talk. So
I'm
what
not
are the
sure.
holes for this Packers squad besides? Let's just assume that Jordan Love is not playing.
Their strength and weakness at the same time is their receiving core. Everybody goes nuts about this young, great receiving core.
Which is exactly what Aaron Rodgers was complaining about.
Yeah, it's not good. Like Christian Watson, everyone was on his dick a
Yeah.
couple years ago. The guy's
Last
not.
year.
He hasn't stepped up. He hasn't been the number one guy. He hasn't done anything impressive this year. He's 6'4", big fucking whoop. You know, Jalen Naylor is way better. It looks like. Other than that, like Jaden Reed is explosive. I'm scared of him. Anytime he touches the ball, number 11, he's a threat to take it to the house, almost like an Xavier Worthy, but a little more polished. He's a very good weapon, but they don't play him in two wide receiver sets, so he's not always on the field. Romeo Doubs is decent. Like they can all step up and have a good game, but none of them are superstars by any means.
Which that's where we have to go in. We have to score early. It's
Yes.
so refreshing with this team, what they've done so far,
Mm-hmm.
is that when the defense gets the ball, like 3 and outs early or turnovers early, actually finish it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like field goals half the time. They're getting the touchdowns
Mm-hmm.
and getting the full points that we should get. That is, we
the
are
worst part also with like the Ed Donatel teams was we would get up and then we would play these soft ass prevent defenses like, all right, let's not get beat with a big play. Flores is like, fuck that. Fourth quarter, he's still sending the house, still getting you off your game. Like, he doesn't want to give you that one drive to get your momentum back and be like, all right, guys, we got this. Like, he's still
Right.
going for the jugular.
It's at the end of
I
the
love
second
that.
quarter, you give
Oh,
up
yeah.
a weird touchdown to. You'd be like, well, if you watch the first half, you would realize that it's not 14-7, it's 14-0. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's 14-7, and that's why we lose by it's 21-14.
Yeah,
at the end of
you
the
like
game,
take
we
your
lose.
foot off the gas before halftime and
Yeah.
allow 3, and you're just like, why? Like,
Okay, I
why? Why
have
do we
it.
do this?
He's calling his celebration the bank vault.
Bank vault.
Oh, that's cool. Like,
I like
the
that.
vault, yeah. Cute little play on words.
Yeah.
Bank
Okay.
vault.
Thankful.
Sure, whatever. Just don't get hurt jumping up on the walls. That's
I
always
know. I always
that's
hate
always
that.
the
Like,
fear.
stop it.
Fly up that wall. You're like, all right, chill, bro.
Seriously.
You're old.
Seriously.
Defensively, yeah, the team looks great. We might get Addison back. The fact that we're getting Addison and TJ back.
He's gonna get cut.
I'm 100% on your page.
Absolutely not getting cut. He's very
I'm
talented.
100% on
Lewis
LJ's.
Seen got cut, dude, and Addison
Lewis
is
Seen
doing
sucked.
same thing, dude.
Okay, but Addison's like going crazy on the internet.
He's
so
doing
he's a
the
fucking
weird shit
dramatic
that gets
little
you cut.
kid. Yeah, he looks like he's already got
He's
CTE.
not that young.
What is he, 23?
Okay, still in the NFL, like everyone's a 23-year-old in the NFL.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, they're
basically
fucking kids.
Grow the fuck up.
I would like that to be the case, but he hasn't even gotten paid yet. It's his second year. It's
got
the beginning
Antonio
of his
Brown
second year.
Status.
I don't.
going on.
Yeah, he's just
Like,
not acting like.
What are you doing?
He has to be a guy that's like, if he was a true clear cut like #1 guy,
He's a 2.
you can't act like that.
You
as a
cannot act like
What
that.
is,
You
most
have to-
of his
the only
antics
person
have
that
been away. I'm fine with that. I don't care about what you do off.
I do.
It
Yeah.
gets weird, dude.
I do.
We
When
had
we've got,
Everson
like, a
Griffin for
chemistry
fucking
team.
10 years.
Okay, and did we win a Super Bowl with Everson Griffin?
You could write out every single player we've ever had because of that fucking argument.
And at least Everson Griffin, actually, on the flip side, he was like the controlling force of that defense.
Yeah.
People still respected him, minus what happened off the field and whatever. Like
That's because he was just a
was still a
cokehead, and
leader.
sometimes you flip out. And he probably brought
he's
the
a
coke.
lunatic.
Everybody was cool with him.
Yeah, he was great.
Everyone's like, he's a high motor guy. And
As
all the
long
teammates
as
were
you
like, yeah, no
produce.
shit,
Look,
you
if
see
he
him on
comes
the weekend.
back and he drops 3 balls, you go, okay, now,
done. See you
now, like the off-field and on-field isn't matching up, you're out. But if he's still productive on the field, that's all I care about.
I 100%. I would love to have a Looney Tunes weirdo on our team.
With him being off the field, though, it's given Jalen Naylor this chance to rise up and step
Yeah.
into. Now he's available. Like, I'm not worried about Addison
Dude,
going
can we
down
even consider
because he's been
Jalen Naylor
so
the
good.
stepchild anymore? Like he's really
Yeah,
stepped up.
he's a true stepchild right now.
He's
the
become.
perfect kind of stepchild.
He's like a permanent stepchild. Where
Yeah.
we can't even talk about
because
it.
he's the type of guy. Him and Powell are both. They're not dropping the ball. It
Oh,
comes their
God.
way. They pick it up. They make it happen, and so they're due for that kind of game-defining touchdown. I think later in
He
the
keeps doing
later
it.
in the year where you're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, 100%.
But you can double team JJ as much as you want. He's not. Jets is going to continue to just throw it his way.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh, I forgot he wants to be called Jets.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's 17 minutes ago. He is expected to play this week.
Jordan Addison. Okay.
Feeling good.
This
He
week-
said, "I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go."
He has to play very well.
Yeah. No,
He
he's
can't
gotta
drop
step up.
like 2 balls in a row.
No. There's no room. There's like with Rust, you can drop 1. If you drop a second, go sit on the bench.
If he has a touchdown, I'll
100%.
get his jersey.
No, you won't.
Yep. If he gets a touchdown, I'm sold.
The flipping back and forth with him.
I'm becoming a USC guy. Sam Darnold's my quarterback. What are you talking
There you
about?
go. I know.
Best USC
Now
player
you got
basically of all
Addison.
time.
Ooh, I'm actually going to be a USC fan this weekend because they're playing Wisconsin.
And UCLA's not playing bad, but
UCLA's gross.
I'm a USC
No.
guy though.
I think Grenard went to UCLA.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to keep seeing where this is going, because this is now an exciting team, and like I said, we have expectation of playoffs. Like that's now you've shown me enough that if you don't make playoffs, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
Well, just like
Right.
we talked about last week too, like actually this beginning of the schedule is our toughest point.
Yeah.
Where the last half is like a little bit of a
But you
slide.
don't know that yet though. That's
We
the
don't,
that's
Oh,
the tough
we
part about
but
the
I
NFL. though.
don't know. I mean,
No,
I think
we
we
know.
can be pretty
The
confident
Niners,
in
the
that.
Texans at
Yeah.
Green Bay and versus the Jets, and then we get a
And then-
bye to come up to.
I agree.
To think
It's
about
just
Detroit.
Weird how you can go 5-0 and it doesn't matter. In
Yeah.
this league.
Well, that's true.
But on
That's
paper,
100%
those are
true.
the hardest. That's the hardest stretch. We're in the middle of. We're in the eye of the storm.
I mean-
Green Bay and then the Jets in fucking London. You never know what those things do.
I think that's the game we lose.
I could absolutely
horrible
see it.
matchup
I-
for London.
I
It
think
just
that's
sucks
the game
for
we're
London.
losing.
Like
'Cause they're
you're
kinda
thinking
good,
about
they
too
could
much
turn it on.
stuff.
Aaron Rodgers,
You've
Yeah.
never touched the
that's the game
fucking
we're
grass.
losing.
Like you don't know how that. Like the grass in Brazil was a nightmare. The guys couldn't
Yeah.
stand up. If it's something like that, it's like that.
Well,
It's taken
at
out
least
of your
London
control.
Has,
Soccer field. That
well,
was the
no,
same
no,
with
not
Brazil.
only that, but like they've done this for what 5, 6
Yeah, no,
seasons
they've
now?
done
so,
like
Brazil.
10.
So,
They've been
Brazil
doing it
was
for a
a
long
shit
time.
show.
Brazil was horrible.
Wait, the Jets had to go to Brazil, right?
No, was it the Jets?
think
I don't
it
think
was.
so.
Yeah, because we're talking
Well,
about
it's
that
two green.
shit.
Yeah, because it was two green teams. It was the Jets
Oh,
and
and
the
the-
Eagles.
Why did they have to go to?
Was it the Packers? I think it was
Oh,
the
it was
Packers.
Packers.
It was
You're
Packers
right.
and Eagles.
It was the Packers and Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 No, I don't think they
Okay.
sent the same team twice.
No,
but
they can't do. You only.
I
get
was
one
gonna say
national
that's
game.
crazy.
no,
Yeah.
within 5 weeks of each other too. That would be
Yeah, it
insane.
was terrible.
That
yeah.
would just make me feel like I'm like, oh my god, the Jets
Oh my
are
God,
gonna
are
get
you gonna
sold
be in?
international.
No, you're not. Oh wait,
I
are
would
you gonna be in Europe?
Yeah, it's the week up there. Yeah.
Just wear your
Gotta
shit.
go.
Yeah, I wish. Right.
You won't get made
Sponsorships.
fun of wearing Vikings gear.
Why?
Well, saying because it'll make sense. You're just like
Oh.
random wearing a random jersey.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works out there, though.
You just wear random shit.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about that.
And then we come.
Oh, you mean just in London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit?
Because
Rams,
everybody,
Colts.
when you're,
Well, except they're all big like Jacksonville fans.
yeah, because that team needs to get sold out.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm here
we
for
play
it.
them too.
We do. Which they look
So,
awful.
like with Trevor Lawrence, what's going on with him right now? Because there's this hype
They're
around him a
fucked.
little bit because his size and his skill and all these things.
Yeah.
But he still is.
He looks terrible.
Well, and Doug Peterson.
They look terrible. Doug Peterson is an idiot for saying he's not sure who he's going to start next week.
Who's their backup?
Mac Jones.
Oh, right.
They just picked him up this offseason. And then they're like, oh, Mac Jones, I think he went to the playoffs his rookie year. He almost went to the playoffs. They won 10 games. Like, not the worst option. It's like, dude, Mac Jones fucking sucks. Lost his job
but you can.
quick.
But how many people said that about Sam Darnold?
Yeah, but he didn't get. Sam never got like a real shot.
Sam got multiple real shots, but on bad teams. When you're on a bad
He didn't
team,
get a real shot in
it's hard.
Carolina or San Francisco was for sure
Got
not
a
a
full
real
year.
shot.
Well, no. San Francisco.
No,
that
before
wasn't,
that, he was the
no.
Jets. He was the quarterback for
Jets.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fucking Jets.
I
dude.
understand, but
Right.
that's a real shit. Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
Here you go. You're the best quarterback. Here's a shitty franchise. Go lead them somewhere with all the pressure of New York media
Yeah.
shitting on you.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm,
the
but
job.
Mac Jones, yeah, I don't know.
Mac Jones had the same shit with the Patriots. Imagine following Tom Brady and everyone's like, "Hey, we've won 6 Super Bowls. Have fun out there."
It's
Like,
still the Patriots, though, dude. It's a
but they had
franchise that
nothing.
gets
Look
it.
what they are now. They've completely fallen apart. They have no skill, no talent on their roster. They're a mess. That's
yeah, but
just
I mean,
the name of the
don't-
game.
like, the
Carolina
Jets look
right
so
now.
fucked up that they don't even know how to their equipment room seems like the whole franchise. They don't have no idea.
But
With
now,
the Patriots, you're going
they're
into a
looking good.
system that they're like, dude, if you want success,
Yeah.
here's the blueprint. We've
But
done
yeah,
it.
they
It's worked.
think- yeah.
Any shitty wide receiver in the league can go to Pittsburgh and become a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
You're just like, dude, you're small, you're white, you catch footballs, you come here.
Yeah, and New England
Playbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those teams that you remember are gone. The Patriots team, that's not the current administration. That's not what's going to happen. Jets, found a 40-year-old quarterback, so they're like, all right, hopefully this guy will give us a chance, and they look good right now. They're still building, but
I mean, that
a weird
team's
league.
gonna be in the playoffs, but they won't do much.
No.
as long as they stay healthy, they'll be in the playoffs. And then you don't want to see Aaron Rodgers, but
Yeah.
you don't want to see a lot of teams. I don't want to go to fucking Buffalo either
No.
and play in the freezing
No.
Arctic tundra that they call a football field.
No.
So
Yeah, in
but that's
fucking
the fun
January.
of this fucking sport,
Yeah.
Like there's such crazy home field differences, and then team differences. Like you don't really get that in MLB or NBA.
This is again like a very kind of scary situation to be in as a Minnesota sports fan in general, where we had the excitement of the Timberwolves last year being destroyed, then again had some like excitement with the Twins, which we all know what happens with that
Yeah.
too. So it's scary.
But this is the thing these are the types of teams that we have a window of opportunity.
We do.
Like the Wolves, for
Oh,
example.
there's a big window
They
now.
come in now with like a X
Yeah.
on their back, of like, yo, this is the young
Oh
team.
no, this is
Yeah.
the year for the
and
Wolves.
they are going deep in the playoffs
Yeah.
this year.
They're kind of like the new Celtics, where a few years ago everyone's like,
Totally.
"Oh wow, look at this team upsetting people in their defensive base and this young coach and all this stuff," and then they lost, and everyone's like, "Yeah, they're the young guys, like fuck them." And then a couple years later, they come back and win the championship. You go, "Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
remember them
Yeah.
from a few
and
years
it's
ago."
the type of franchise that you know all the names, everybody on the team now, the 6-man off the bench. Like, everyone's like, no,
Well,
it's
and
free,
that
let's go.
team exactly kind of similar to this Vikings squad had like the amazing chemistry too.
Right.
That
If the whole,
can't write.
if your sports franchises are getting along, because you know that those guys are hanging out with
Oh
these
yeah,
guys
I mean
too,
Mike Connolly just
all of that
blew the horn a
energy
couple
is
weeks ago.
so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ant and JJ, like that shit's cool.
Well, there was years and years and years in Minnesota that like we couldn't keep people here unless they were drafted there because nobody wants to be in Minnesota. And now you have players that are like, oh no, this place is actually pretty fucking
Well, when you have the
dope.
dopest stadium and
dope
cool
stadium,
coaches,
like,
everyone
there's
loves
good food
Flores.
now. Like,
Yeah.
it just makes a difference.
Yeah. No, the black players love Flores.
Yeah.
Like, they respect him to the end of the world. And then Kevin O'Connell's an ex-player. Like,
How long is our contract with Flores?
I mean, those contracts
Yeah, they're
expire
null.
every year,
Yeah.
basically. You know, you're a defensive coordinator. I think it's only year to year.
Guys,
Huh?
I'm sorry. I just literally opened my Instagram and you're gonna laugh so hard. And it's
Blair Walsh replied.
no, it's Blair. Maybe it's Blair Walsh touring a home,
Where's he touring it?
or is he just like just listed? It looks like a sick house.
Oh, he's selling real
Yeah,
estate?
yeah.
Yeah, he
he's
does
a
real
Coldwell
estate.
Banker.
Wow, dude.
Oceanfront,
I
Newport
want to know
Beach.
what his like tagline is.
There you go.
Outkick.
Well, I
the
told you
coverage.
on dating apps, his interest is football. I was like, dude.
That's rough, dude.
I'm
Like,
gonna,
he doesn't even have his own little agency?
No, he's a Coldwell Banker.
Holy
is
shit,
his
dude.
bio on
Can you
it?
imagine how different it is when if you just miss, like, how many... It wasn't that big of a miss, right? Or was his the shank?
Yo, and we're getting
He
better.
shanked.
Here's this will make you feel good. Our reels on Instagram get higher numbers than Blair Walsh's.
Yeah, who wants to fucking see his house? Fuck him. Is his Hinge or whatever dating bio like, I'll make it wide?
I stop it. Ew. I'm not even gonna respond to that.
Mhm.
I think it is.
Don't worry, you'll never get pregnant. I always miss. That's scary to think what happens.
Shooting
like
blanks.
one field goal can have you just like selling real estate in Newport.
Yep.
I mean,
Instead of like buying
it's
real
a
estate
$9
and flipping.
million. It's a $9 million
Yeah, but
house.
he'd be buying that and flipping it.
He's not
having
buying it. He's
he
selling
doesn't
it.
get a- yeah, it's a totally different
It's a
life.
good commission.
If he sells it, it's probably got 6 other brokers on it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we should go to the open house. It's just listed.
When's the open?
I
I'm
don't
getting
know. There's no
real
open. I'm
thirsty for
kidding.
that.
I don't mind it. I mean, it'd be hilarious if you married him. Holy crap, that'd be crazy.
I'm not gonna marry Blair Walsh.
He's not Greek.
Yeah. Wow.
Can't do it.
You have to marry a Greek?
No.
Oh my god, that'd
No.
be crazy.
No.
It's
No.
like some Jewish shit.
I've dated like all of the guys in LA. That's not true.
Oh my god.
That's not true at all. No, but you do go through like I'm like friends with a couple
all
of
the
my buddies.
Greeks you've dated.
Yeah,
you dated
yeah,
every
yeah,
Greek.
yeah.
You said
Like,
every guy.
I'm friends with like 3 guys
like every
now
ethnicity.
who are like I've gone on dates with, but we were like right off the bat we're like, cool, we're not getting married. Want to be friends?
Yeah.
Because you know you're gonna see him at.
Yeah,
Oh,
like we
Mass,
hang
right?
out now.
Mass.
Yeah, totally.
It's Mass, right?
We would call it mass.
What do you
but
call it?
Divine liturgy.
Oh, call it mass. Let's
You
call
call
it mass.
divine liturgy?
Yeah.
Like meet him in the
Or just
DL?
church. Yeah.
Oh, you just call it
We
church.
just call it church. Yeah.
Church is fine.
We just call it church.
Church or mass, which is
Yeah.
divine liturgy.
That's crazy. I just went to the mosque for the first time,
Uh-huh.
and Jill Stein's running mate, the VP,
Yeah,
was talking. Awesome.
that's cool.
I'll, go to Purple Politics. I'll give a little rundown on how that went. Crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
This is Vikings Banter. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe right now. Just give us a comment who you think the stepchild is going into this next game. Is it Naylor? Van Ginkel, I think, can't even be a stepchild anymore.
I know.
But he still is. He's still on it. He's on that dock.
You know who it is?
Who?
It's your boy. You want to get cut, Jordan Addison.
He's not the stepchild. He's the number 2.
Nope, he's on
He
the
cannot
verge
be the
of
stepchild.
losing his job because Naylor's been so good. He needs to come out and have a big performance to go, I'm going to remind you guys who I am.
Yeah.
Flip this. We'll look at it on Sunday.
Yep.
Love it. Skull.
Cut
God
or
bless y'all.
stepchild.